Okay. So you came on marriage.
Yes.
You brought a lot of things that we have certain things that we consider. If someone comes and said the person is not performing, so you can retract.
Yes.
So that is divorce.
Yes.
So what is divorce then,
yes.
according to the law?
Divorce is the complete opposite of marriage. Marriage is the coming together, divorce is the separation. So under Ghanaian law, there's only one test for divorce, that the marriage which was brought together has now broken down beyond reconciliation. Because every marriage is a relationship. There are wears and tears. A in some way, a relationship, so definitely there will be some issues from every relationship. But when you come to court and you tell the court, it is beyond repair, where achia amanebu. So normally when you come out, ask achia nemuya na, because that means that means that we can work on it. That means you may need assistance of a counselor, of some elders, sometimes even of a doctor, a psychologist or a psychiatrist in some way, you know. But if you come and tell me I want a divorce because achia manebu, that means that I cannot go back. It's beyond reconciliation. The doctors have helped, the pastors have helped, our family elders have helped, our friends, our colleagues. It doesn't look like it will work. Ghana law, that is the test. Break down beyond reconciliation. But how can you prove that the marriage has broken down beyond reconciliation? We have 5 ways. That is that one of the parties has committed adultery. Meaning that, and this is only for this is for example, ordinance marriage, where the woman says, oh, the man has gone to sleep with another woman which is not me. For the polygamous marriages, you say that the man has gone to sleep with another woman who is not his wife.
Okay.
So remember that the polygamous marriages, as long as he wants, he can take more women as his wives. But if you say adultery, then under the polygamous marriages, you are saying he slept with another woman who is not his wife. But under the ordinance marriage, you are saying that he has slept with another woman completely. Because for that one, he has to have only one wife. Then you say unreasonable behavior. That is subaina obemana na obana ne wote wa. You can't take it anymore. Sometimes it can be as little as when he opens the toothpaste, he doesn't cover it. Sometimes it can be as little as odidia oyedede. What the law says is that it's unreasonable to you, the person. So just because I, the judge, I say, oh, I say there be a problem. You tell me that it's something you cannot tolerate. You find it intolerable. Odidi oyedede oti ana bibi yayo. Or onreduane on fan you know, everybody and what they find intolerable. So you have to be able to prove that when you say that the person's behavior is unreasonable, it is unreasonably, it's intolerable to you. Then you also say we also have another ground, which is desertion, meaning that obana and obemano we fear our reigning. We have the physical desertion and we have the constructive desertion. The physical desertion is whether the man or the woman are parking in the or. Then the other the constructive desertion is because of obanu shubainti mean to mean metu. There are 2 different things. One of them is the person who feels I'm being harassed in the marriage, or no. Then this time around, the other one is me metu because of obakoni subain. So it's 2 different things. Then we have the obuoha no tiben bakum or no dampa bakuso, but he has left the marriage, or she has. You can tell she's not eating your food. She's not talking to you.
There's no sexual relationship.
But you are living in the. So she hasn't physically left the marriage, but the spirit, the body, the soul has left the marriage. Yes. Or in some instances where you have not been to live together as man and wife for a while, for 2 years, for 5 years, you've not unkai da krokra uhu be ma ne tena ase kan say aware bi kra akoso. So for those are some of the reasons to say because of reason 1 2 3 4 5 I don't think the marriage can work. You come to court. You have to prove, because remember when you come to court, the law is on proof. So you are telling the court to separate a marriage. Now you have to prove to the court that the marriage has broken down beyond reconciliation, beyond repair. And that means you have to give evidence of the reconciliation attempts that you did. You can't just say there was a reconciliation. Who did you meet? Who did you talk to? Who tried to repair? Did you ever meet? Sometimes they come and say, oh, me cry me the name san command a bush and for that. Inti me cry warrior no cry me I've moved on. That is enough to show, say yes, indeed, the person it is beyond reconciliation.
Yeah.
But just because you bring your case to court for divorce doesn't mean that if you change your mind, we are here for the marriage.
Okay.
So just because you come and say, I filed for a divorce, but I want my husband back, I want my wife back, I want to go and try, the court will immediately give you the opportunity to go and try it and resolve your marriage problems. Yes.
So within a year, how many cases of divorce do you normally record?
For what I've noticed is it depends on the court. Every court, and there are some courts that may not have a lot of other cases. I do every case. There are some courts that may not have a lot of maybe criminal cases or maybe rent cases, but they will have a lot of divorce cases. There are other courts where they will have a lot of other cases, but not a lot of divorce. So what I've noticed is depending on the topographical area, that's when you know the number of cases. I have, as a way of managing my court, I have set down a specific day, which is Fridays, to do divorces. Because in the first place, divorces have to be done in chambers. So because it's our reform, you don't do it in the open public. But because of COVID and because of all these issues, we don't do it in chambers, we do it in the open court. But only the parties and their lawyers are allowed divorce when there are other cases. So I've set down Fridays to do divorces. When you come to court, you see everybody sitting outside, and then when the case is called, only the parties and their lawyers are allowed to come inside. If it's very critical and I even retire to the chambers and we do it in the chambers. But the law is very specific. Divorce cases must be done in chambers.
In chambers.
Yes.
And when such happens,
yes,
is there any allocations, property allocation?
Yes, because of course, because the divorce means a separation. It's a separation of everything that was acquired during the marriage or everything that came out of the marriage, including children. So most of the time when you come for divorce, you ask that the court dissolves the marriage. The second thing you can ask for is custody when there are children involved. They say, we are separating the couple. Who should have the children? The mother or the father? When it comes to children, the law is very simple. We look at the best interest of the child. We don't look at the parents. What is convenient for the mother? The mother says, I live at Awoshi. I want to take the children with me. However, the children go to school at Kaneshi. So do you tell me that if the father lives at Bubuashi, which might be closer to Kaneshi than Awoshi, because you are the mother and your convenience, we should let the children move to Awoshi with you? The court will look at the best interest of the children and make the determination of the children. Of course, we have a lot of factors we consider. The age of the children, the status of both the father and the mother, even financial status as well. We look at the environment where you are taking the children. You're looking at what is best for the children, not for the fathers or the mothers. Yes. Then also, so if we give custody, for example, to the father, it means the children are mostly with the father. Then the mother will have access, which is the visitation. So the court can decide that, okay, from Monday to Friday, the children will be with their mother, with their father. Then weekends, the children will be with their mother. Or sometimes the court will say, because the mother is in Kufuria, you cannot say she should come for the children every weekend to Kufuria. That's not the best interest of the children. So the children will be in Accra with their father. when they vacate, they go and visit their mother at Koforidua. So each case and its own, you know. Then we look at maintenance. What is maintenance? So now the marriage is going its separate way. Both parties are going their separate ways. You cannot be calling the man randomly like a wife and be saying, me here scat or school fees, me here school fees, me here scat or shoe. Sometimes the divorce is so acrimonious, the parties don't even talk. So if the man is not talking to the woman, how is she going to pick a phone and call the man? So the court must make an order. Whether you are talking or not, Busumi Bia Swan, make sure you pay 1,000 cedis to the woman through her Momo, through her account, through the bank, through the court. But make sure that at the end of every month you are paying 1,000 cedis for the upkeep of the children. The court will also determine issues like their education, who is paying for their school fees, who is paying for their feeding, who is paying for transport to school, who is paying for their hospital bills. So the children must be catered for. Just because the marriage has broken down doesn't mean that the children must not be taken care of. Excuse me. Then finally, we also look at what we call property settlement, which is what you asked me. Yeah. The two of you have acquired property. Yeah. Whilst you got married. Now the marriage is is being dissolved. What do we do with the property? The man says, in fact, we see at the lentil level. So why should I give the woman some of half of my property? The woman says, it's true. But you had the property 10 years. Now me bear muno na me ma unkranche. Me bear muno na me kodina for man so. I may not have provided money, but I have provided my time and my energy. God be me dina for man so. Uta cement bags are me dina so me make sure see in just because man turn and chest I didn't contribute. So I want the court to say I'm also an owner of the house. I'm an equitable owner. This is where the law has changed severally. In the past, the law said you have to contribute to be able to get a portion. Then the law said, but that is unfair. In the past, many women may not have been working. They can't contribute. So to say she must financially contribute is unfair. So once you are married, whatever property you acquire is 50-50. Then the women also started saying, and yeah, whether I came to meet you with a property or not, let me share. Then the law said no. We have to take each case by itself. So each case we will take it by itself. It's not automatic that just because it is we will share. When you bring your case, we will determine was the property acquired before you married. If it was, then it means can the man prove or can the woman prove that this property, I had my own property and some maybe were you. 2, assuming that the marriage property was acquired during the marriage, can the woman or the man prove her contribution? Because the Supreme Court at one point said that a woman's washing clothes, feeding babies, cooking, giving the man general peace of mind is contribution. Because if you are, what does the Bible say? If you have a nagging wife, you might as well just throw yourself off a cliff. So if the woman is giving you the peace of mind to go to work and not be stressed, she's not calling you, she's not coming to your office to embarrass you, you are able to make money to take care of properties, then the fact that she's giving you that peace of mind, that is her contribution. So now the Supreme Court is saying we'll take each case by case and assess it and determine what share we should give to the parties. Then the final thing is what we call the alimony. It's called financial settlement. When the marriage has been broken down, sometimes a woman will say, I think I need some money as compensation. I want the courts to order me 50,000 Ghana cedis as my compensation. I want to start my life afresh. You have made me give birth with you. I'm no longer a young woman. They say maybe 50. So she feels you need to compensate. One thing I want to clarify is alimony is not for women. Alimony is for both men and women. So you as the man, you also have a right to ask for alimony. Hey. But the men rarely do. I don't know whether it is culturally, but the men rarely do. Yeah. But the alimony, we are looking at the financial ability of the spouse.
So it could be that the woman earns more than the...
Precisely. So And now women are breaking barriers. So there will be a lot of
like I have her worship you.
Amen. So there will be a lot of instances where the woman is making more than the man, but the man may feel, you know what, she should keep her money. But I just wanted to clarify that alimony is not money we pay to the woman.
Okay.
It's money we pay when you ask for it. The court will make an assessment and then determine whether we should give you and how much we should give you.
So divorce is requested.
Yes, it is called a divorce petition.
Petition.
It is you petition. In Ghana, you can only come for divorce after you've been married for 2 years.
Oh, okay.
So unless you've tried your hands at the marriage for at least 2 years, you cannot come for a divorce. However, the law knows that there are certain circumstances which may arise before the 2 years. Take, for example, physical abuse.
Yeah.
You are in a situation where there's very severe physical abuse or domestic abuse in general, domestic violence. Domestic violence comes in all forms: physical abuse, financial abuse. There are some partners who, you know, will control you because they have the money. Psychological abuse. Verbally, so you come to court and tell the court, I know I just married last year, but I don't think if I don't leave this marriage, 1 year will not catch me. So please give me the leave to come and file my petition before the 2 years is up. So if you come with a request, the court will consider the request, and if it meets the standard, the court will allow you to file your petition before the 2 years. If not, you must make sure that you come within the after the 2 years that you married.
Wow.
Yes.
We've had a very great interview today.
Yes.
Wow, the law is good.
Very, very good.
That's why many are learning the law.
Very, very
but
good.
Today I'm also a lawyer. I've learned a lot. Hey! Wow.
Yes.
So the wig you wear is called what?
It's called the wig.
The wig.
It's called the wig.
The special wig. And this is
it's
name?
Called a gavel.
Gavel.
A gavel. That's what we use to bring order to the court. Yes, yes.
And
you know, the courtroom is a sanctimonious place. There's protocols involved. You cannot do as what you wish. We want to make sure that there's order. That's why we call it law and order. There's order. So you cannot, as you are doing court, say, hey, keep quiet. It's not a marketplace. So there's a protocol involved. And of course, one of the protocols is if the judge bangs the gavel, it means that maybe let there be order or that there has been an order of the court. Yes.
I think recently we heard about Sinachi, who sings. And so they said she was abused. And yesterday I was reading, I read one article which was published, I think, in news, and they said the husband, what he has done is punishable by death. I think. So when it happens like that, what do they do? How do they kill the person?
She is in Nigeria, so they are referring to the Nigerian law. So ours is we have an act called the Domestic Violence Act. Which is an offense. Domestic violence is an offense. However, in this case, it was not just domestic violence. It resulted in death. And that is why they are saying that it's punishable by death. Yes, in our laws too, when you take the life of another person, that is it's called a first-degree felony. And the punishment for that is death. But so far in Ghana, we've not executed the death sentences. It's the president who does it. And for some years now, we have a lot of people who have been sentenced to death, but the president has not issued the command for that. The reason being that we, by our constitution, Article 19, Article 17, you are innocent until you are proven guilty. And of course, before a judge who has sat on a case will sentence you to death, it means evidence has been taken and the judge has weighed. And the law says that beyond any doubts, reason. So before a judge will say, go to jail and go and die in jail, the evidence was against you. However, we also know that sometimes the evidence present at this time was very clear. It was certain that the person committed the murder. But 10 years down the line, someone will bring a dress which contained blood. We do testing of the blood, realize, wait, the blood was animal blood. It was not human blood. Meaning that the blood, the evidence that they brought initially may have been the wrong evidence. Now, if assuming you have already killed the person, this new blood evidence that would have exonerated the person, you know. So, of course, I need to be very clear. No judge will sentence or will pass a sentence unless they have done what they need to do. It is the prerogative of the president to go ahead with the order for the execution. The same way it is the prerogative of the president to also release people from jail. You know, that is one of the powers of the president.
That is the prerogative of mercy.
Precisely.
It's damn a lot.
So that is the powers of the president. He will determine. But there are a lot of people who will be punished by, who have been sentenced to death because they have taken the life of another person. Yes.
Wow. Wow. Today we've learned a lot. Thank you so much for having us here.
Yes.
You are very busy. Very, very, very. You could attest. For cases you sit on a day, sometimes you sit on 50 cases.
Yes.
How do you do it? 50 cases. Wow.
It's called time and case management. You have to know which court you have been assigned to. You have to know how to manage your court. Because being a judge is not just about the courtroom work. You have to know how to also, like I said, you are rendering a service to the people. So if you come in the mornings, for example, you see the whole place is filled and there are older people, there are pregnant women, you have to know. And at the bar and at the bench, we have a protocol where we call senior cases first. So assuming I come into the courtroom, I've looked through the files and I've seen that one of them, there's a pregnant woman involved. When I go to the courtroom, I tell the lawyers, the seniors, that there's a pregnant woman. I would like to call her case because she is now a vulnerable person. Or there's a woman who is breastfeeding. So even whilst you are sitting in court, you can hear the child crying. Yes, she may be coming to court without a lawyer. That means that, you know, her case may not be called early. But I can ask the seniors that I would want to call that woman because of the child. Or an older person, he's in wheelchair, or he can hardly sit. Or even a younger person, sometimes they come to court and they say, my lord, today I'm not feeling very well. I'll tell the lawyers and call that person's case first. Also, that's case management, time management, court management. But one of them is also, as you can see over here, some of the cases I have to do, you know, what I do sometimes
cases cost sanity.
I try to go over my I will go over my cases before the day and, you know, sort them out. So
when I came, I saw the Republican versus someone.
The Republic versus
the Republic versus Republican. I do US.
Yeah, you know, Ghana is a republic from 1960.
So Ghana, the Republic versus this.
Yes.
So those people know it means the country.
That is a criminal. When you see a case where the title is Republic versus someone, it means it's a criminal case. The reason is that we all belong to the states. So so if obi bo wasuma ombo nkwa wasum abo ye nyina asum because oye this year. So as a state, as a republic, we will take that fight on your behalf. So Article 88 of the Constitution, it says that the Attorney General sues on behalf of the Republic and is sued on behalf of the Republic. So once we are Ghana this year, I'll be a due boneno. Yeah, my own how. Don't worry. The Republic the state Ghana will take that fight for you. So that's why you will not see the person who has been hurt. You will see the person's name, but you see the Republic representing that person.
So you people will provide a lawyer for the person?
No. So when you are, so definitely if something happens to you, you report to the police. So once you report to the police, they will take your complaint. They will start the process. And then Attorney General will give them the go-ahead. Come and represent. So the Attorney General becomes your lawyer. The bench at all times, we are neutral. At all times. So we are not on the side of the accused person and not on the side of the complainant. We are on the side of the law. So what was some
questions? No need to.
Again, like I said, you are innocent and guilty. So when you come to court, even for me, I tell you that you've been charged with the offense of stealing. Do you plead guilty or not guilty? You say not guilty. I tell you, one, you have a right to a lawyer. That is your legal right. You have a right to remain silent. That is your legal right. Because Republic know that they are some atrocious. So they must prove that you've done it. You don't have to prove you are innocent. It's only when the Republic is able to make a case, then you say, you know what, I'm innocent. I will tell you all of that. You have a right to keep quiet. Don't say anything if you don't want to say anything. You have a right to a lawyer. And we have legal aid, which is free lawyers. So if you don't have a lawyer, you cannot afford a lawyer, you go to legal aid, you tell them your case, they'll give you a lawyer. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Lord, so you. So
you have to know how to balance them.
First, now when you say law, no, you are there. We say, oh.
The law is the law. That's why we wear black and white. And you're black and white. We don't have any gray area. So when the law says if you steal, you must be punished to 2 years in prison, that is the law. You don't have any gray area. However, the law will say if you steal, you may be punished up to 2 years. Up to means that the judge now has the discretion to determine how much to give you. Is it the full 2 years? Is it 3 days? Is it 1 week? That is where there's discretion. Yes. So the law is.
Wow. Wow, it's nice having you here with us at your office here. Today is my first time actually going to the law. So my media, my producer is a military man. Yes. So I know hey. Okay, and it has been a great interview today. Yes. We thank you for having us. Yes. We saw Imra Krado.
Yes.
Producer, can you give me the Imra Krado? Yes. Wow, that is the Imra Krado sign. Imra Krado. Yes, law and order. So equity. Anyway, says okay. Thank you so much for having us here.
Yes.
The NASA TV appreciates you in our endeavor of taking the globe for Christ. You have a lot of projections and plans, and you play an integral role in this.
Thank you.
So do you have any shout outs to someone who listen to you and will give you the rights, more than the right to advertise any product you want to do on our channel?
No, I just want everybody to know that the law is for you. If you don't sit on your pain. You are going through something and you think, Miniska, I'm never lawyer. So you go through it. No, the state is here to help you. If you go to the police station, they will help you. Like I mentioned, go to legal aid, they will help you. Even when you come to the court and you don't have a lawyer, it's not everybody who comes to the court with a lawyer. We will take you through the process because it is your right that is being infringed upon. So don't sit at home and sit in pain. Seek help from anywhere where you are, near you, a court near you, a police station near you, and be a good citizen of Ghana. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thanks for tuning in live with us. I hope you've shared this broadcast to bless another. Our guest for today was Nana Duah, Serwaa Adonteng at the Accra Magistrate Court here. live. You can reach Asa TV on 055 874 1372. 055 874 1372. My name is Michael Asante. If you want to be a proud sponsor partner of Asa TV Works, you can reach us on this line. If you also you want to reach the judge, you pass through Asa TV. Yes, you can't get it directly like that. It's just grace. Thank you so much, my producer, Mr. Albert Richie Williams. Her wife has given us a bouncy baby boy.
Oh wow, congratulations.
And he has bouncy baby boy.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It was starting eating the food. So today from here, I'm going to eat abenkwai. That's all. Yeah, thank you everyone. We love you so much.
Yes.
And we are taking the globe for Christ. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.